Welcome everyone to the Nature Frame. It's gotta look weird.
Don't look that far away.
It's gotta look weird to you. Me looking at there. Alright.
I'm keeping this in, so welcome to the Nature Frame podcast. This is a photography podcast.
Yes.
Talk about nature, outdoors, wildlife, everything. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to give you a little background, we've actually had a podcast many years ago. Why are you drinking water? It's so funny to me. I don't know.
Put this down here.
Are we retrying?
No. Let's keep going.
Okay. So we actually used to have a podcast. We started it about 6 years ago this month in July. We actually had never met before. We met online. We were both very bored during the pandemic and decided to start a podcast. And I think we ended that in about 2022 on a regular schedule. We tried a couple other episodes, but we just both didn't have time and didn't want to commit to it necessarily. So we've decided to start here in 2026 called Nature Framed Podcast. So do you want to talk a little bit?
So funny. Do you want to talk about the show? Well, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about ourselves and
Sure.
So we met on Instagram 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started with our photos would just pop up for each other. I don't know who followed who first.
There was actually a group chat. We were in a mutual group chat.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I think I found that you were shooting in an area near where I had some relatives. So
right.
I think I reached out about that or something. And,
okay. Yeah.
We met through that in probably 2019, I would say.
Yeah, late 2019 maybe.
Late 2019. And I reached out to you and another guy to start the podcast in 2020. And it ended up just being us two.
At least long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did a couple episodes with a third, co-host or whatever.
Yeah.
But
and one big difference, I think, with that last podcast is we were very guest folks. We probably had a guest on probably 75% of the time, at least, you'd say.
Yeah.
And honestly, that was a lot of work. And I think we both probably, you would probably agree, we had the most fun when it was just us two. Either
a lot less pressure,
as
you can tell.
Yeah.
Like we could barely start this podcast
yes.
right now. It's
yes.
It was definitely a lot easier going and stuff.
Yeah,
with just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
But
guests are great, but a lot of notes and just a lot of it's.
You have to do your homework.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of preparation and trying to vet them and get them on.
Yeah.
And stuff.
And now we have the added benefit of we both live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and that was not the case. I lived in Kentucky when
we
the last
first
time
met and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
So we now live in the same town, so we can do a in-person podcast, and bringing guests into that too would be kind of challenging. So
yeah, at least as of right now and all that.
For sure.
But yeah, we met then. We recorded the podcast for a full year before we met in person, which, all of this stuff's still online. You can still, check out and see the backlog. We almost had, 75 episodes maybe?
At least that.
Close to 80 something. It was definitely under 100, but, if you want to go way back in time, years ago, you could see all that stuff. All of our recordings, videos, photos, whatever. So we, like you said, Henry, we took a break for a little while. We tried to bring the podcast back 2 years ago to not really much success. It was just the wrong time to do it. We're both still busy. You were in school.
Yeah, and I think that summer, too, we both didn't photograph a lot, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so, probably not.
Yeah. So it didn't really seem like a great time either.
For sure, yeah. Didn't seem to make sense at least. But,
for sure.
So, we tried to bring that show back. And then you graduated college recently, And so we're just kind of brought up the conversation of hey, let's bring back the podcast. And, after some much delegation and talking, we're let's just start a whole new show, whole new name, kind of start over from scratch. Just because it's been so long, too.
Yeah.
So that's
even the title All Outdoors Photography Podcast. I know you still shoot a good variety, but I think we're definitely both more focused on nature, wildlife photography.
Definitely, yeah, birds and especially and stuff too.
Definitely birds.
Yeah. But I try to dabble in as much as I can.
For sure.
Yeah,
For
variety at least. But
yep.
Yeah, so that brings us to this show, which is kind of just continuing that lineage, I guess. More of the same. Just gonna be talking about different things, trips, travels, all that kinds of stuff. So.
Maybe I can foresee us at some point too having a topic, I guess, like an episode topic, like. Maybe it's a low month of shooting.
It doesn't even have to be the whole episode. You know, it could just be like, hey, like here's something I saw in the news or something I want to talk about, you talk about, and could spend some time doing that at least and see where it goes.
Yeah, and I think this first one we're going to just kind of introduce ourselves a little more, talk a little bit more about what we want to do with the show, and just kind of an opener, like you said before we recorded, an episode 0, because we really don't have a big unified show yet. It's just kind of introducing everything and honestly getting used to talking like this again.
Right, yeah.
Because we used to do this show online, we did a couple in-person podcasts on the last show, but this will be a new thing for us to consistently do this. So
yeah, definitely.
So. But we have been shooting together for years. So that's actually a couple people have asked me online, like, how's Ryan? Have you ever heard from Ryan? I'm like, well, we shoot together like usually like once a week, quite a bit, honestly, multiple times a month.
Oh yeah.
So although we stopped the podcast, we have shot a ton. And honestly, even in the future, if we run out of ideas, we have all these past trips we've done that we never really talked about because it was in that gap between the last podcast and this new one. So,
definitely.
Lots of stuff to talk about, for sure.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I kind of, on my own, started a separate thing called Field Notes and released that monthly on Substack. And that's kind of what I've been doing since we've taken a break, you know, just to scratch that itch of, like, talking to a mic or a camera and just talking, like you said, about recent things I've been up to and topics I want to discuss and all that kind of stuff. But it's cool to get back to doing a more collaboration, you know, having someone else to bounce ideas off. And,
for sure.
Tell stories and whatnot. So,
yeah,
definitely. But yeah, why don't you tell us all more about you?
Sure.
I guess. You know?
Yeah. So I started photography in 2018. I was kind of into making little videos. I was gifted a camcorder for Christmas one year, and I just took pictures with the camcorder. I ended up doing that, and it was like little 1 megapixel stills, but I just loved it. And it started out with just kind of general nature photography, really landscapes. I had the tripod and the filters, and I would go around and just do. I really liked like waterfalls and I don't know, like lakes, mountains, that kind of stuff. But I'd also just kind of take pictures of whatever. I did a lot of portraits back then, actually. I did macro. But then in 2020, things really changed for me. I had rented a wildlife lens for photography just for a week, just to play around and try it. I think it was a 600 f11, which is crazy
to think about.
I shot with that for like 2 years, but I took it out to a local park, and I found a barred owl within like 10 minutes of me being there, which is crazy. Like, that doesn't happen today to us, like,
not every
almost
day.
Never. Like,
yeah.
But it was just there, and it was very eye level too. Like, it was about at my height level, which is crazy. And it was just standing there. So that was literally the first picture I took with that lens. And the place I rented it through had an option to buy it, to buy the rental, and I just straight up bought it. Because I knew I wanted to do that. So I continued at that. That was 2020. 6 years later, I'm still going strong doing it. It's not a full-time job, but I definitely say it's like a side gig for me too. It's both a hobby and something I do at a semi-professional level. I've guided for people, taken them out on photo trips. I do online webinars teaching people how to do photography, and really mostly centered around birds and wildlife, but really mainly birds. one thing with that is we just live in an area that's mostly like the captivating subjects around here, we're both in Ohio, are birds, really. So that's kind of naturally what my portfolio focuses on. I spend a lot of time up north, too, in Michigan, so loons, shorebirds, that kind of stuff. But I love all kinds of wildlife. We usually do elk and black bears in the Smokies. We're going to be doing that this year, and just all kinds of stuff. And I love to travel too. I was just in Panama actually with some other photographers and had a great time there. And I love, I guess, probably I'd say I love capturing a variety of species. Like, I don't focus on one thing. I love the variety. That's part of it for me. Because I'm kind of big into the bird watching side of things too, so I get that species variety as well. So, yeah, I guess that's a little bit about me. Yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, my name is Ryan. I am a photographer, artist, I guess. I do videos on YouTube. I've done that for about 7 years now, which is pretty crazy to think about. Yeah, I just like to create things. Like to always be artsy. I've kind of been that my whole life. Really, I got my start with photography. I think it was about 2012 or so. I took some classes in high school. Did a semester of film, semester of digital. That was just like my first real formative experience. You know, we had some like, Nikon cameras on rent, to loan or whatever. Took those out, did assignments, and this is of course all over the place, doing landscapes, doing, a series, doing, portraits, just kind of anything, shooting all different kinds of things and subjects. So did that. It was really just great experience. Being in the darkroom was fun and new to me. Making prints of your work, doing digital stuff with like Photoshop, whatever was even available at the time. I don't know. It was some kind of version of Photoshop, So did that. And then I graduated high school a couple years later, and I was like, I don't know what to do with my life. And I was like, I'm going to take a gap year. That ended up being more than a few years. And then I just kind of was like, what do I do with my time? So I literally just started like riding my bike, because I didn't drive until 2017. I was like 21 or whatever I was. It was. And so just started riding my bike to like local parks and trails, just places I could go to. At that time, I didn't know what anything really was. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I know what a bird was, but I didn't know what kind usually it was. And I was just taking photos of anything I saw, like just anything I could find. And just, from there, I just really was like curious to see more, learn more about the subjects, just kind of like what kind of bird is it, learn more about their behavior. And also just, of course, taking better photos along, all the same and stuff. And so that was really my formative start. And in 2019, I was like really like all in. I was like, this is going to be my career, my full-time thing. I really want to make it that. And then the pandemic happened like it did. I met Henry, of course, from doing this, and then started this podcast and everything, which has been great. Or started the last podcast, I guess. And yeah, just kind of, I've done so many different things over the years. I've done art fairs, I've done festivals, I've done like group and solo exhibitions. I've met some like incredible people that I've gone to like go on shoots with and stuff and trips. Of course, me and Henry, like you said, we've done a lot of trips together and everything, which have been great. I've just done so many different things. I've led guided hikes. I've done webinars. I don't even know, man. It's just been a lot. So This is just another creative outlet, I guess. It's one I'm looking forward to trying out again and doing some more. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. I think it'll be good too. We're both many years into photography. Like, it helps to talk through what you do, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Totally.
And, when we're shooting together, we kind of talk through that, but I think even when you're not shooting, it's nice to reflect on your photography and stuff, because sometimes if it's just you or I don't know, those thoughts don't get out as easily, I guess.
Yeah.
So kind of just to be able to talk through your process and everything, and I think, yeah, maybe part of the reason too that we kind of wanted to rebrand is like we have probably new thoughts than what we expressed on the last show. Like,
oh, totally. Yeah.
I was very new at the time. You were pretty new, like not super new, but you were only a few years in when we started. So just to get kind of that more mature thoughts about photography, I guess. And
oh, definitely. Yeah, it's just like, I mean, it was 6 years ago, which in the grand scheme of things isn't much, but I'm just like, think of it, you could make a list of all the different changes we've had. I mean, back then I was on Instagram first off. You know, I kind of still shoot a variety of things now, so like I don't feel like that's changed. I feel like maybe you've kind of rubbed off on me with doing birds more, so I definitely like focus more on birds primarily and birding. But yeah, I mean, I was doing YouTube. Let's see, I did more galleries and like consignment shops and stuff. Like I had more of my work for sale and more printing. I really haven't done that much recently, like in the past couple of years.
Yeah.
Just kind of been more, well, I'm young, I guess, just focusing more on getting out physically and like doing trips and stuff, because you don't know when that could change, you know, overnight, literally, or just with time. Yeah, I mean, it's just so many changes, man. It's just like crazy to think about. But I mean, just the experiences and stuff have just been so great. And I know for you, if I could speak on your behalf, you know, you've been traveling across the world.
Yeah.
You've when we first met, you were doing some landscapes, I know you mentioned, and like you were kind of doing that stuff, and now you pretty much only do wildlife.
Yeah.
Primarily.
Like, it was interesting, like, during the podcast, like, I started with that pretty much 100% landscape, I guess a little bit of macro mindset, and then I slowly changed, and I think kind of I remember that summer of 2022 when we stopped recording, I had kind of made the decision that I just wanted to fully dive into wildlife, and it was just a totally natural decision, and then I just kind of pursued that after that. So I went to Africa with my school in 2023. I've been to Newfoundland and Canada. I was in Alaska briefly, not for long, but I have been to Alaska. So been around, and yeah, I just love it. Addicted. So yeah, and I love doing more road-based trips too. Really falling in love with camping and all that. Like I like the process of that, and it's really cool to stay in nature and just shoot all day and go back to your tent. Like I love that kind of stuff too. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, being like fully immersed in yourself and your surroundings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's really great.
Because that makes you a better photographer too. You know, like just being there at the first light and being ready.
You feel, at least I do, I feel like more connected. You know, like kind of like even here, like we're recording this at my home here, but like if I have my backyard like bird feeders and that's the seeds filled up, just like little things like that, or planting like native plants in my backyard, which I've been kind of slowly starting to get going. Just like little things like that, like just really help. Like even if I'm not like actively hiking or going out photographing, it's just nice to have something, a little slice of your own on your property of nature, and just being like, this is like nice to kind of feel like you're still connected, and it's an ongoing like a relationship, I guess. Yeah. Because
we both have day jobs, and it's a good thing to keep us connected too. That's another thing that's going to be nice about this podcast is maybe it's a busy month and we can't do a big photo shoot somewhere. We can still talk about photography in another medium, I guess. So it's another way to express yourself beyond just the photos.
Oh, so, totally. Yeah. I mean, like, so in the past 3 or 4 years, I mean, we've done quite a few trips. Yeah. If you want to talk a little bit about those, I mean, like, what do we want to start? Like Michigan, I think was like the first. We've done like some Lake Erie trips. We've done those yearly. Yeah, pretty much yearly. We try to do something for bird migration, spring migration. Ohio's probably the best state in the United States for it. So we try to take advantage of that. We've done McGee Marsh, Lake Erie shoreline area for many years. We did it separately this year, but most years we've done trips together there. We went up to Ontario last year for warblers as well.
We were down in southern Ohio this year, and that was really good. Really, really good. Shawnee State Forest.
Mm-hmm.
What else? We've done the Smokies. Done that once. We did that kind of right after we ended the podcast. That was a great trip. Elk and a little bit of bears and waterfalls and stuff. That was really good. And yeah, just a lot of weekend stuff too. So yeah, and we're gonna go to the Smokies again this year, and probably Pennsylvania as well for elk. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, it's great. I mean, like knowing you, like having since met you, it's just like it's nice to like get out. I've seen a lot more of, I guess, the United States and really the North America. Really, I mean, yeah, we went to Canada and all that stuff too. Yeah, it's just been really great. It's funny because it's like I'm known as the Ohio guy, but that's kind of like my own fault, you know, just because it's like I lived here all my life here in at least in Southwest Ohio, and it's just like I always like think about this, like if I ever get, I don't feel like I've ever been really asked, but I'm like if anyone asked like why do I only shoot primarily this state, it's just because I feel like I have a connection to it. I've lived here all my life, like I said, and just like I could go somewhere else, and this is just my thoughts. I mean, I'm not saying anyone else has to be like this, but like if I go somewhere else, I can go shoot those things, but it's like I just feel like I wouldn't have much of a connection to it, you know?
Yeah.
Like I could go there with a camera, of course, and take photos. Like that's not a problem, but like I just feel like there's something more, like the why of why I do it, and like I need something a little bit more than just taking a photo, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
But I mean, yeah, no, I've been great. It's been grateful to be like going to Michigan, going to Tennessee, Canada. Like I said, I mean, it's been really good. Definitely want to see more of the world, you know, of course, as much as I can. But it's still been very nice to like stay local and just see things around here. Because people, you know, when they think of nature, a lot of people, I feel like it's like national parks. It's the big name places, which are great. But I mean, there's just so much around us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, within half an hour, we can go to like some of the coolest places that are very birdy, you know, and just like the, you know, plant life, whatever it may be. It's like there's just a whole lot here that people can, I feel like sometimes can just get easily overlooked. Like you don't need to go far to see something cool or see nature.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I don't know, we've got owls within an hour of us. We've got warblers certain times of year. We've got, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Waterfowl. Yeah. So I think for me, like, I think part of the reason I love traveling so much is because when I'm doing that, I'm like 100% like in it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I like that immersion, I guess. Like, and I don't care if it's like a weekend trip that's like an hour drive away or a 10-hour flight away. Like I'm immersed either way, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
But
you're like more committed because you're like you're there for that set time, and you're like this is all you're pretty much doing, more or less. You know? Yeah. So yeah, that definitely helps. I feel like.
And the camping too is like just another level to that. Like you're just in it more.
Yeah, it's like a mindset thing. Like you're like it's not just like a casual. I'm gonna go out. I may take some photos. I may not. You know, you're like I'm here this weekend or this week. And this is what I'm doing. Yep. So it's more like intention, I guess, you know, behind it.
But I mean, you can be intentional locally too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
We both do it, and you know, sometimes we're going out for one thing, or sometimes we're going out just to see what you see. But there's different ways of doing it, and I think we do both. You know. Yeah. Both the kind of walking around, or we're going for this thing here, like a little bit of both. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely. Talk about where do we go from here? So that's more about us. What do you guys want to see? I don't know. Does the world need another podcast? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think.
What can we do? This is a conversation between us, but since we're recording, what can we do to set ourselves apart?
So I was kind of thinking about this. I think social media right now is a really bad place for photographers.
How so?
I just don't think photos are prioritized anymore. Little like short form video content is like the way to go.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the way we should go, but
it's not the
like,
right way. You're just saying how it is.
If you want to grow, if you want to reach people, that's what you do. I think a podcast is good because it's the complete opposite. It's long form. You can talk through why you do things in your photography. I don't know, you can just dive more into things. I don't know where I'm going with this.
No. I get what you're saying. It's like, I don't know. It's like, if it's like an Instagram reel or a YouTube short or whatever the heck those other things are called. I'm so out of it, out of the loop at least. It's just like, it's quick. A lot of it's like, feels fake.
Yeah.
Like acting, and just like, I don't know.
There's a template too. Like,
I
film myself with the camera, and then here's the wildlife, and
here's the photo.
And there's nothing wrong with people doing that. Like, it's just, like, some people, I mean, it's a free platform. You do what you want with it. But I think
it comes down to, and this is just a blanket statement maybe, but like a lot of, if not all, short form content is just like attention.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's meant to be attention grabbing, and that's not its sole purpose, but it's like, it's like you said, like a template. It's like, it's built around this framework of like, it has to capture your attention, or else people are just going to move on and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, I agree with you. It's like the long form format of like a podcast or a video podcast like this. It's like, it's different because it's more organic,
Yeah.
Like, literally for this first episode or whatever, this first recording, it's like we just hit record and just kind of started talking, honestly. I mean, so it's more like, I'm not putting on a front. I don't think you are.
No.
We're just kind of just chatting.
Yeah.
The only difference is like we have a microphone and all this gear around us, and
we have no real expectations too. Like,
and you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
No,
but I mean, like, we're not trying to make this like a career or something. Like,
no, I don't.
If it blows up, but we're just here to share our thoughts.
I don't see why it would blow up. But
I mean, I think another thing we bring to the table too is like a lot of comedy from our time out in the field. Like, we've got a lot of stories of just odd things that have happened. That, when you're out shooting a lot, I mean, just some funny things happen, and but then also like just I don't know, like I'm real into like field craft, like why you position yourself where you are, or what strategies you use.
Fieldcraft.
Yeah.
Maybe I got it wrong. I always thought that was like how to start a fire. Like,
well,
that's bushcraft. That's bushcraft.
Well, no,
right?
that'd be fieldcraft too.
Okay.
But like,
okay.
That's like camping fieldcraft, but like photography fieldcraft.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
Like, what strategies do you do to get close to wildlife, and
okay.
That sometimes I get in some interesting positions and stuff like that. Like,
well, that's funny you say that. I got a story. I was just thinking of this. It was one of our biggest week, Lake Erie birding trips, like we mentioned earlier, and like we were at McGee Marsh Boardwalk, which is a pretty busy place. You know, any given day in the month of May, it's like it's pretty busy. It's packed. It might be shoulder to shoulder in sections, like if there's something cool to see. And I remember you like were off on one of those like pull offs where there's like some benches and stuff. I think it was like a thrush or something or whatever, but you were like literally on the ground, like on your belly, shooting this through like the railing. And I'm looking around like, does anyone else see this guy? Because I knew it was you. I was laughing though. I was just like, this is so Henry. Like, this is such a thing you would do, is just to be like that guy being on the ground. And that's cool. I mean, I'm not dogging on it. I think it's great. Like, but it's just so funny that like, how passionate you are to get the photo at no cost. It's just like, you'll just do it. Yeah. And it's admirable and funny at the same time. So, but yeah.
And we have way more stories than that too. There's a lot. And all
right, so we're kind of wrapping up this episode here. We're going to talk about a little bit about our schedule, releasing these episodes. We're looking at what did we just say? We just talked about it off camera.
I think we said the last Monday of every month.
Last Monday of every month. So once a month, basically, is what we're committing to. I think we can do it. And we're going to release them at 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Platform-wise, we'll be pretty much across the board. This is a video podcast, so really any of the platforms that lend to that, so YouTube, Spotify, I guess possibly Substack. Jury's still out on that, but all the links will be found below for that. And yeah, we're just, I think we're going to do monthly, and that'll be good because we'll have plenty of stories to bring to the podcast, plenty of experiences. And, we're still kind of working out what we're going to talk about month to month, but I think it was good today just to have a totally free-flowing conversation and kind of practice almost talking like this again, because
it felt weird at first.
I know.
It did,
now it feels fine.
It did for me, but yeah. Maybe we could leave everyone with a little teaser of
sure.
We're doing a trip in October. We're going to Smoky Mountains to do elk and bear photographs. Of course, we're gonna shoot them. And Ben is at Pennsylvania, maybe. We'll see. So I know you had a weekend, and I might join you for that. So doing that.
So question: is there
Yeah.
those two trips, is there one shot you really want above others? Like, describe a shot. Like,
okay, so we mentioned at the top of the show, we went to the Smokies 4 years ago.
Yeah.
In October again for the elk rut and stuff. We only really saw a couple, like 2 or 3 bears. At least I know I did. And we had a close encounter on the trail, but we didn't get photos really. Yeah. It was just a cool experience nonetheless. That was my first time.
We chose safety over photos in that moment because we were getting approached. And
but it was a cool experience nonetheless. Just like my first formative experience around any kind of bears for that matter. But anyways, what I was getting at with this whole thing is that on that trip, I got tons of photos of elk. Like that's kind of what we focus on more so. Tons of them at sunrise, sunset, and some foggy mornings in the valley.
That foggy morning was the best. That was insane. Yeah.
And so got tons of photos of that. I'm good on those, but I'm definitely going to be shooting elk this time around and to get some better photos with the different camera that I have now. But I would like some black bear photos. Yeah. Like some good ones. And so some environmental portraits and some other headshots even maybe. Yeah. We'll see.
And they're tough because I was there last year solo, and exposing a black bear is really interesting because they are so dark.
So dark,
And your leaves will be blown out, so you really have to have the perfect scenario. But I think we're there long enough. We should have some good chances with them.
We're going to be spending a little bit. I mean, the trip's kind of still up in the air with some dates and when you can stay, how long, and I can stay. But I think we're going to be spending a little bit more time with the black bears in a particular area. Yeah. So,
and even, like I told you, even the place we used to go for elk has changed a lot, and a lot of black bears have moved into the area.
Right. Yeah.
I saw over 5 in 2 days.
That's awesome.
Last year. So,
This trip's been long overdue. We've tried to do it the past couple of years, and just
we had floods one year. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. And just taking time off from work and all these different reasons. But we're both doing it finally. So
and then Pennsylvania would be totally new for both of us.
I've never been to that state.
Yeah.
So
I've only driven through it, never done anything there. And it's kind of the same volume of elk as the Smokies. So so it should be cool.
Okay, I need to brush up on research that place, so just to learn more about it and everything. But got those coming up. Do you have any other trips, just on your own or other stuff? Because I don't really have anything, but you can go ahead first.
I'm gonna try to do some kayak stuff potentially. Like we've talked about it. There's some shorebird spots maybe. There's a white pelican spot that I might try on a kayak. We'll see. I'll be going up to Michigan, northern Michigan. I'll do some shorebirds and probably loons up there. I just bought a 135 millimeter lens. Sounds kind of crazy for wildlife, but there's some subjects that you can get super close and get more of a scenic shot with a shallow depth of field. So I'm gonna try that a lot, especially with the elk. I really want to try hard to get some like some of the fall colors, like the trees and the elk in the same shot.
Okay.
So I'll be trying that a lot. But yeah, I've got some ideas like for things a few months off, but short term, not a crazy amount. I'm moving and stuff, and summer in Ohio is so for photography.
I've been feeling that. Yeah.
I went out the other day and there
mosquitoes are basically
not much, but
just mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things to shoot, but I do agree with you. It's like it's the slowest time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people, like birds, for example, I tell people that don't do birding that I'm like, summer's the slowest time of the year.
Yeah.
It's funny how people think like winter would be the least active, and I'm like, no, man, I love winter.
Yeah.
It's great.
And I don't know how I forgot this, but I'm actually going to Dallas for work on Monday. And
Okay.
Conveniently where I'm staying actually is right next to a painted bunting area.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to be,
wow.
I have most of Monday to myself. I get there pretty early on Monday, and I'm not working until Tuesday. So I'm going to spend most of Monday on those guys. It's going to be hot. It'll be like 105, but I've wanted painted bunting pictures for years. I've been to South Carolina where there's a chance for them, but Texas is way better for them.
It's like a guarantee, basically.
Yeah.
The place you're going to be staying at.
So I really want to try for those guys.
That's awesome.
And I started a new job and it involves a good amount of travel, so I'm going to try to capitalize on that when I can, and evenings and stuff, and make use of these cool locations. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that. So
I don't have really any other trips like set in stone. I would like to go to Cuyahoga Valley National Park at some point. If it's not this year, sometime else in the future. Wayne National Forest is another place I want to go, like just hike at, see if I can take some photos. Other than that, I'd like to go spend a day in Columbus, in that area. There's a lot of waterfalls that would be flowing this time of year, like big ones. So that's just a matter of driving up there one day and just shooting them all in a row.
Yeah.
They're all kind of like in the same area on the map, so it's kind of nice. But, take some time because I know there's probably going to be crowds there and it's going to be hectic. So.
Because summer for you is probably the best time for waterfalls, right?
People say it's not. I mean, the smaller ones dry up, or they can, but I mean, if it's rained enough, you're good. Just, go on an overcast day,
We've had plenty of rain lately.
Yeah.
There was a rainstorm right before we recorded
this.
this.
Oh, yeah. We look good now, but it was a deluge out there.
His street was like a river. So.
But, other than that, just local stuff, day trips, small stuff we do together, places we go to and all that. But, yeah. I think summer's also a great time for editing, catch up, too. I got plenty.
Same here.
I got plenty.
I'm backed up since March, so.
You take more photos, but I take less photos, I feel like, but I do video. So, and pretty consistently. So, I got a lot of stuff to work on, especially from May. Do
you want to mention real quick your YouTube channel? I don't think you mentioned it.
Yeah.
What you do on there?
I did at the beginning, I think, but that's all good. It's under my name, Ryan Taylor. You'll probably see a photo of me. I don't know. It's just outdoor, it's all this stuff. I mean, so if you like this stuff and found us by some chance or still follow either one of us, it's just, I do, in the field vlogs. I don't really call them vlogs, but, videos of me, like, behind the camera, talking to it, going through my thought process, like subjects I'm shooting that particular place I'm at, things in nature that I see and encounter. So there's a lot of those kind of videos. I do a lot of like other stuff that's more maybe artsy or just stuff that's like I guess B-roll, like just some footage of like a subject. Sometimes I'll do voiceover, sometimes I won't. Sometimes it's just music or just the ambiance of it. I just kind of make whatever I want. I don't really have like a set, like, I'm not like a YouTube photographer that's just like, I'm always in the video. Some videos are like that where I will be in, like, have an active presence in the video, but a lot of stuff I'll just record as just, I don't know, I just want to put it out there. Yeah. And there's tons of stuff. Like I said at the beginning, I've done it for about 7 years now, so pretty consistently. So there's a lot of content. Content. Ugh. But It's out there.
We're content creators.
Yeah.
Especially
No.
now, we've got a podcast.
I know.
We're influencers.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I hope we influence someone, I guess.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I like that.
Leave a comment
Yeah.
if you've been influenced. But yeah.
Tell us how great we did.
Yeah. But please, if you guys have feedback, something we can improve, something you'd like us to talk about, we're open books.
If they want to be a guest.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll ask you.
Do like a teleconference. Yeah. So I guess that's a good place to wrap up. Thank you all for watching
and listening and tuning in with us and
and we'll see you all next month.
You too. Bye.
That was good.
Yeah.